Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I hope everyone's September is doing good. Nothing worse has happened. If today's your birthday, happy birthday. Gonna say that. Yep. I feel like I'm forgetting to say something. I don't believe so. Today we are reading Sly Girl. It's a Shigaraki X Shapeshifter Reader by Sweetiekitty2468. This is chapter 12. Let's begin. Days passed, and those new buildings by the school had turned out to be dorms. Everyone decided they'd move in, including you and Tenko. Though they only let Tenko in after he revealed some stuff about himself. He told them his real name, and that his quirk was unidentified and unidentified. He told them the gloves were because you had made them for him, and they took that as is. Right now, you had just finished up your room. You admired your well-placed posters of your favorite anime, your neatly stacked manga, and the sewing machine on your desk. The ferret tunnel you had set around the room, a cat hammock by the window, cat wheel for when you were too energetic, and your neatly made bed. You then turned attention to some of the pictures you'd set around the room. Walking by the desk, by the bed, you ran your fingers over it before grabbing the picture that sat on it. It was a picture of Tenko caught off guard after you flirted with him a bit too much. You let out a giggle at the memory. You remembered it so vividly, the blush on his face, and the way his mouth was agape. You blushed lightly before hearing a knock on your door. You let out a gentle sigh as you got up, placing the picture where it belongs before opening the door. Upon opening the door, you saw most of Class 1A, causing you to tilt your head. What's going on? We're doing a contest with our dorms, Uraka chimed. Would you like to join too? Mineta asked. You smiled and nodded. Of course, take a look around. You got out of the way for them, allowing them to enter. They looked around, noticing a few cat toys hidden around the room, all the pictures and posters. Someone even asked about the collar that was hung on your lap. Oh, that's from when I was little. I was part of a small school gang called the Feral. They went around beating up kids whenever they bullied one of our members. I remember a lot about that group, actually. We were led by a boy named Hyper. I know I said that wrong. He was such a tough boy, even though he was blind. I think I have a picture with all of us somewhere. You mumbled the last part. Opening the desk, you instantly found the picture in the bottom. You gently pulled it out, showing your class your little wild bunch of a group. Who's the kid that looks like Todoroki? Izuku questioned, perking Todoroki's interest. The kid he was asking about had half black, half purple hair. His eyes were a dull orange, and he had discolored skin around his eyes. That's Hyper. He was such a sweetheart. Was what happened? Not sure, you sighed. Last thing I ever heard was that his father tried to re-adopt him. You sat on your bed before resting your head against the wall. YN? Mineta called out quietly. Yes? What was your past like? You lifted your head up. You want to know my story? The class nodded. Fine then. Take a seat. Let's see. For starters, I was born in Japan. I wasn't born in Japan. I was born in America. My father and mother moved here because my dad got a job here in the Hero Agency. We lived here peacefully until my quirk manifested. I accidentally hurt my father when my quirk first developed. I ended up hurting him so bad that he couldn't work for weeks. That was the downfall. They began to treat me horribly. Sometimes I wouldn't even be fed. Though one day a robber broke in. Seeing me, he took me in and as his, and he killed my parents. I was just 4 at the time, but I was already pretty mature. The robber, I called him Angel, took care of me for a couple months before giving me to the orphanage. Why did you call the robber Angel, YN? Kirishima tilted his head. He saved me. I owe the man my entire life. I smiled. But anyway, before moving to the orphanage, Angel gave me my first toy. Sadly, it was ripped to shreds by the bullies at the orphanage. That's when I met the Ferals. At the time, Hyper could still see. He told me I looked like I'd make a great work of a secondary leader if anything were to happen to him. After a few weeks went by and Hyper was back in the custody of his foster father, but when he returned, he could no longer see. Turns out the bastard had poured bleach in his eyes while trying to kill him because his quirk kept going haywire, but he was just trying to defend himself. It was years after I ran away. The Ferals had broken up after Hyper disappeared. That's when I ran into Master. He told me I was special, that I was worth more than what people had told me in the past. He took me in, and now he's practically my dad. He let out a gentle sigh before noticing everyone jump at the sound of your door knocking against the wall. The hell is going on in here? Tenko lifted a brow, his eyes scanning over the crowd of students in the room. Some of the students jumped back. Who are you? Kaminari jumped. Shimura, YN's boyfriend. Boyfriend? A few tilted their heads. Alright, go on, get out. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, he smiled, pushing the others out of the room before shutting the door. Tenko chuckled, watching you sit on your bed. He sat next to you before laying down and resting his head on your lap. He let out a small giggle, playing with his messy hair. How are you? He hummed. Tired. Can we take a nap? I don't see why not, Tenko grinned as he sat up. You smiled and hugged him before he pulled you down onto the bed with him. You just grinned at him, snuggling into his chest as he gently pet your head, causing you to slowly fall asleep in his arms. I wish I would have known it was gonna talk about killing. I would have warned y'all before. I'm really sorry if that was triggering. I will put a trigger warning in the title. I've learned that's a thing people do. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I didn't know that was gonna get gruesome. But thank you for watching my videos. I hope you're having a happy 14th. A happy birthday to all your birthdays. And yeah, thanks for watching my videos. And you will hear me in the next one. Bye-bye.